Let's talk day-to-day operations. So as a COO, I am quite familiar with what it takes to run the day-to-day operations, and these are 10 highlights of areas to think about and to focus on why you would need someone running these things in operations. So let's get started with point number 1. Projects and process roadblocks removed and progress made. So this is a big thing that someone who's heading operations would focus on. And the reason is that every project, no matter how many proposals you do, how much planning you do, it's going to face roadblocks. And so it could be resource constraints, miscommunication, whatever it is, it's going to happen. And so it's really key to have someone in place to be able to identify those and remove them as quickly as possible to make sure that all teams are full steam ahead. Point number 2 is resources need to be available for every department. So it's really important, of course, to have the right resources, budget, tools, personnel, but when they're allocated effectively, someone in operations will generally head that up. Every team is going to have what it needs to perform at its best. So you're ensuring that your departments are equipped with the things that empower them to meet those deadlines and goals and be confident about it. Point number 3 is a typical head of operations will be a central point of communication, ensuring that collaboration is happening when it needs to happen. And so communication can make or break a project. And that central point of communication is ensuring that everyone is on the same page and that ideas and updates flow smoothly between departments. And that collaboration helps you avoid silos. It ensures alignment and it drives teamwork towards common goals. Point number 4 is that leads have a go-to for troubleshooting issues and resolving. So it's, you've got lots of department heads and they're working on things, but they need that go-to person to be able to bounce ideas off of, to have someone available to troubleshoot problems and resolve those issues quickly. It's critical for maintaining the momentum and what's going on. So when a challenge arises, the team needs someone who can provide the immediate solutions and ensuring that no issue slows down progress. Number 5, budgets are monitored and approved. So monitoring and approving budgets is key to ensuring financial discipline, of course, and avoid overspending when it comes to projects, new product launches, service launches, whatever it might be. And if you're keeping a close eye on those budgets, it allows you to make informed decisions and resource allocation is done appropriately. It's going to keep things on track and make sure that you are spending and hitting goals that all are within what was expected and planned for. Number 6 is there is confidence in risk and compliance management. So managing risk and ensuring compliance are essential for protecting the business and maintaining customer trust. So it's a really big deal. So when you have processes in place that effectively manage risk or mitigate risk, you can move forward with confidence, knowing that the business is compliant and that risks are mitigated, and it allows teams to focus on growth and innovation without having to worry about potential setbacks. Sometimes things still sneak through the cracks. You will get lawsuits and things like that periodically depending on the industry you're in, but you want to make sure that you've got someone in operations to depend on to be able to say, this is the person who handles this. This is, hopefully it's not a risk recovery type situation. Hopefully it's a risk preventative situation, but this is the person who handles those types of things. And so when a customer asks questions about compliance, there's a resource to point them to, and things can keep moving smoothly. Point number 7 is employee engagement is monitored and reported on. So employee engagement is a direct indicator of how motivated and productive the team is. And so regularly monitoring that engagement is going to ensure that any concerns are addressed proactively before people go and leave or before people become disengaged and are doing the bare minimum, that type of thing. So you really need to make sure that someone is in place fostering that positive work environment and making sure that the culture is being adopted. Point number 8 is customer satisfaction is at optimal levels. So customer satisfaction is a critical driver of long-term success. And so you want to make sure that you are continually assessing and improving customer satisfaction. So that ensures that clients are happy, they're loyal, they're more likely to recommend your service or your product. Maintaining that focus on the customer experience really helps build trust and strengthens your reputation. And you should see the result of that in seeing customer replies to phone calls, for example, or to emails when they can rate it, or your customer reviews out on Google or wherever it might be. So very important. And then point number 9, you have items that you don't have time for or you don't want to do. So that's another reason to have someone heading operations. So as a leader, you need to focus on the big picture. And if you're delegating tasks that you don't have time for or you don't want to do, that is essential for maximizing your productivity. And so there was a book, I believe this one was Scaling People. I believe it was. And actually, it might have been Second in Command as well. I think both of those books touched on this, but they have exercises either way, if you just Google out there, where you can go through and talk about the things that you love to do, things you're great at, things you don't want to do, things that, maybe you're okay at. And those are the ways that you can try to figure out the things that you shouldn't be doing anymore, that you should pass on. And when it comes to hiring someone in operations, ideally that person is great at those things that you don't want to do or that you can't do. They're like a complementary role to you. So I highly recommend the Second in Command book if you're looking to look into that type of thing and to hire someone in that area, because it will really help you in determining what is most important. And then point number 10, employees are working effectively and efficiently. So you want to make sure you've got someone that they can, help, or they can go to help remove roadblocks and all those types of things. But this is what's really going to allow employees to work effectively and efficiently and achieve the goals, because it's not just about working harder, but they need to be working smarter. They can't be held up by things. They don't, they need someone that they can go to. So you're providing the tools, the processes, and the support necessary that you can get results delivered quickly. So overall, by removing the roadblocks, ensuring the proper resources, fostering strong communication, your teams are going to be productive, engaged, and aligned with company objectives. So if you're ready to take processes to the next level, I have lots of experience in this area in running the day-to-day. I would love to talk, so let's connect.